Hello and welcome back to my channel with a new video. So I just wanted to make a quick video today about about what's going on back in Lebanon. It's very important to me because I have family there, I have a lot of people that I know there, I have friends, and everything that happens there, it affects me personally. And it's pretty hard to watch, pretty hard to see the decline of everything that's happening, and it's very hard to ignore. Let me tell you that. I've been trying to ignore it for the past few months and just let it be, but I can't really. So I've been thinking if I wanted to make a video about it. I know not a lot of people watch my videos, I know that, I'm aware of this. I started a YouTube not because I really wanted so many views, because I want it to be a bit more less shy. Let's say this. I want it to be less shy. I felt like talking to a camera was very strange to me, and I would never be able to do it. That's why I was like, that's me personally. If I see something that is very hard for me to do, I start doing it more. So I don't like not being able to do something. So that's why I started YouTube. And also I wanted to practice my English more. It's not like practice it, it's more like being able to speak fluently without really stuttering or without, not being able to find a word. I think I got a bit better at that, because while I started YouTube, I finished university and I wasn't really talking to anyone at the time, and my English kind of dropped. I wasn't speaking it as much as I wanted because the only people I was around were my family, and we speak a bunch of Arabic, French, and sometimes English together, so it wasn't just English alone. So I really wanted to do something at the time. So I've been seeing a lot of news about Lebanon and about what's happening back there, and it's not only that. I speak to my parents every day and they tell me every day what's happening, and it's kind of just heartbreaking to hear what's happening. The electricity there is just non-existent. They don't get the electricity barely a few hours a day, maybe like 4 or 5 hours a day. I don't know where you are in Lebanon. Maybe it depends where you live, but my parents live somewhere that they barely get the electricity anymore. They have to rely on other things to have the power on. Not only that, everything's getting super expensive. A lot expensive. Let me tell you an example. Before all this crisis happened, the lira was, let me tell you, $1 equaled 1,500 lira. That's a lot actually, but it was still manageable at the time. Now $1, I don't know, the last time I heard it was 9,000 lira. I'm not sure if it's less or more now, which is a huge jump from 1,500 to 9,000, and people are getting paid the same equal money. They're not getting paid more, so now the food is way more expensive. Everything's literally more expensive. A bottle of shampoo is now, from what I heard, 50,000-60,000. It was 10,000-15,000, and they're still getting paid the same. And when you go to the bank and want to get your money in dollars, it's not a thing anymore. They'll give it to you in lira, even though you put them in dollars, which doesn't make sense. And what sucks is 8 years ago I left this country because of it, and 8 years later it's still the freaking same thing, and it's way worse, and it's getting worse, and no one's really getting it. Some people got it, but a lot of people still don't get it, and they won't get it. let's be honest, they won't get it. It's like Trump supporters, let's say. Texas is going downhill, and Trump supporters are still Trump supporters. Even though COVID is going crazy right now there, they don't understand the importance of wearing a mask. They don't understand the importance of staying at home, not doing your hair, because your hair is the last thing you think of when it comes to life and death, really. But because Trump said what he said, they're gonna keep supporting him no matter what. It's like, not even their own children, is mostly like their own. I mean, is there a God at this point? I'm not sure. In this video, I don't want to only talk about Lebanon. I also want to talk what's happening in the world in general, because nothing is going right, I swear to God. But I try to find, if you want to support Lebanon anyway, I'm not forcing you, but it's very, like, not only America is going through shit, literally every country is going through hell. And I wish people in US see that. I really wish that. China has, I don't know what to say about freaking China. You think the Chinese government is okay? Fuck them. Fuck them, dude. I don't know what to say. Like, okay, so apparently they've been forcing women in China, Muslim women, they're called Uyghur, I'm not sure how you say it. They're forcing Muslim women in China to take birth control so they wouldn't have more Muslims there. They're treating them like shit. They're putting them in little camps. And no one's talking about it. You know why? America doesn't give a shit about Muslims. And they will never. They will never give a shit. I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. Everything that comes with, you know, Arabs, Muslims, they just turn a blind eye to us. And like with African Americans, that's what they do to them. African Americans are being killed. No one gives a shit either. There's also in India, I'm not sure, I didn't keep up with the news there, but in India they were having so many laws against Muslims that they can't have the citizenship if they're not born. I'm not sure exactly, but they were having so many restrictive laws just against Muslims. If you're Muslim, that law is gonna apply to you, and no one's hearing about it. No one gives a shit. It's not even on the news. But when something about Europe or white people is on the news, everyone's kind of running towards it, and you're gonna see it everywhere in the news. I literally just wanted to make the video to just blow off some steam. Even though, like, when you look at me, I don't look like a Muslim person. There's not even there's not a thing called to look like a Muslim person, but Americans have this thing, like, I have to have a hijab on. Not because I'm not wearing hijab or I'm wearing, I dress what I want, doesn't mean I'm not Muslim. Doesn't mean I'm not conservative in some ways. Of course, I'm not. Conservative is not like Trump supporter to me. A lot of people, when you say conservative, means you're a Trump supporter. No. I have some conservative ideas, but I keep them to myself. I don't force them on people. I'm not even sure I'm gonna put this video, because every time I feel I talk about Islam or Muslims, a lot of people hate on it, you know, because I mean, as a Muslim, I'm used to, like, always being on the defensive, like, trying to defend myself and defend my ideas, and it's very, very exhausting. Like, I was born always defending what I believe in, always trying to, like, not seem as like the evil, you know, the evil person that everyone portrays Muslims as. And it is very, very hard to always, you know, trying to prove I'm not evil, or trying to prove I'm not crazy, or trying to prove I'm not a terrorist. It's very, very annoying, and that's what I think African Americans are going through, and even worse because they can't hide it like I do. Like they can't hide it. They can't hide their race. So they're literally 24 hours a day. They have to, you know, defend themselves. They're not, you know, crazy. They're not violent. Like they're not, and it's very exhausting. Just wish we just don't get as much hate, and I just wish we're treated as people for once. That is all. I wish people would see us more. I wish people would acknowledge us more. I wish just that we're seen, and people would talk about what we're going through. And I still think this Black Lives Matter movement, it's a big push to everyone else. It starts with like Black African Americans, how unfair they're being treated, to I think people will start seeing minorities more and seeing how unfair people are towards minorities. I really wish that would happen. By the way, I also want to talk about Texas and Florida and how freaking bad it's getting. And that's that's what happens when you don't put your freaking mask on. Okay? Texas had hella time, who says that? A lot of time to, you know, stabilize, and like they didn't have barely anything for 3 months. 3 months. How bad they were ignoring this to get to this point. It's not like here, everyone is so close to each other and you have to breathe in people's faces all the time when you're in the subway or you're on the street. It's not like this. Everyone has their own car there. Everything is so big and huge that you really don't have to be really close to people. And it's got this bad. That's how bad they were ignoring everything. Some people are retarded. Like, they don't understand the severity, and still they don't. They're freaking selfish, that's why. They don't care. If someone's young enough that they won't be affected, they won't care about the elderly, they won't care about the sick people. Fuck them. That's what they're saying when they're not putting their mask on. Ugh, makes me mad. I'm sorry, the news is killing me every day. And I'm seeing the news from Lebanon, I'm seeing the news from here, and I have my own freaking personal problems because I freaking I was freaking fired, even worse. I have a lot of personal issues as well. I have to worry about my parents, I have to worry about where I am now, and I have to worry about my personal damn issues. And even my cat feels a bit sick, so I have to take her to the vet tomorrow. Oh, just pray for my kitty. She has something in her eye. Hope she feels better. Yeah, so I'm like everywhere and trying to be productive and do my freaking portfolio. When Texas and Florida are going this down to hell, we're getting affected. We're getting people that are coming from there and they're not being quarantined, and they're not being, you know, they're not putting a mask on because they caught few people a few days ago coming from there that were not being quarantined, they were not wearing masks. If a sickness starts in one country, in those days, in our days, it's gonna get everywhere. You can't run away from this. So whatever one state is doing to itself is affecting everyone around it. It's affecting all the countries. It's affecting all the states around it. And my freaking second brother is living in Florida, so I have to worry about him too. Like, and I have my cousin and my grandparents in Texas, so I have to worry about them as well. I'm a person that worries about other people a lot. Anyways, I'm sorry for the rambling, and I just wanted to like let it out a bit, you know. I'm sorry for being mad in this video. I didn't intend to be like this. My kitty sleeping. So if you like this video, please thumbs up. If you don't like it, which I'm not surprised if people don't like it. I mean, thumbs down if you don't. Go ahead. And plus, my Instagram is here. Don't come at me if you don't see a lot of my pictures on Instagram. It's only artwork. If you enjoy art, you can follow me there. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.